So we're going to react to a video, but before we do that, what is the worst way a guy has ever tried to hit on you? And we're going to start here.
Oh, man.
Eric.
The worst way a guy's hit on me, that's a difficult question. There's a lot of unfortunate ways that a guy can hit on you. I would say the worst way that a guy can hit on you is in the DMs. Just saying, hey. I think that that's probably the worst way. If you want to get a girl, please don't go into their DMs and say, hey, because she's not going to talk to you back.
What if he has a blue check mark?
Come on now.
You could be much more creative. Honestly, if he has a blue check mark, I don't think it matters. I don't care. You need to be more upfront. You need to be more direct. You need to tell me what you want. You need to tell me what plans you have.
On the first DM?
I mean...
So what should they say to you? On the very first DM?
I would say...
What would you like them to say?
I would want them to say, hi, I think you're beautiful. I would love to take you out sometime soon if you're free. I think that is a great way to start. Not a simple, hey.
I feel like that's a really cliche opener, though. I feel like that's used too much.
It could be.
Or I guess some people feel that way, but you might not.
Has a guy ever said that to you? Or something approaching that?
No. I mean, I'll get compliments, but nothing like, I'd like to take you out here, this time, this place. And I think that would be nice.
Okay. So the worst line you've ever gotten is, hey. It is a bad one. I agree with you, but...
I'm sure I've gotten worse. I can't think of it at the moment, but hey is terrible.
Hey is bad. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
It's really bad. It's very bad on dating apps. Terrible on Instagram because it's like, where do you... They're basically shucking the conversational burden onto you. Then you have to... I mean, you could just respond hey too and see if they're going to put in an effort, but... Yeah.
But
so
if they say hey, 90% of the time they're not going to continue a conversation with you. I feel like that's a clear indicator that they are a dry texter and no one wants to go on a date with someone that doesn't talk to them in a full conversationalist way.
So if the guy came with like a proper first message or conversationally he was bringing it, would you meet him, or do you find, even if the guy's kind of, and obviously I assume this has to do with if you find him attractive, but would you, do you say that you're a good texter? Like you'll meet them, or, because there's definitely girls like, and it could just be that they're not so much interested in the guy, but there's definitely girls where the guy will be like cleverest shit ever, some Don Juan type shit, and the girl's like, okay, one word answers type shit. So, but
if we're going on the basis of if I don't know him and he hasn't shown me that he's clever, he hasn't shown me that he's worth my time, then no, I'm not going to reply. I'm not even going to think about it.
Sure. Okay. You know what's funny, though, about the whole hey thing? So are you guys familiar with the dating app Bumble?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Bumble is a dating app where the girl has to message first.
Very familiar.
And I was on there for a bit. I'm not on there anymore. But Hinge is a good one. I'm on Hinge. My experience on Bumble is, finally, the women, y'all have the power. 90% of the first messages I got were, hey.
I can confirm
hi.
that too.
Yeah, it's always just,
or
hey.
like,
Very
how's
true.
it going? Which is, I mean, that's still bad.
Yeah.
How's your day? You know, and I had a fucking interesting as fuck profile too. Like if it was me seeing that profile, I could come up with like 10 different things I could open up with. So.
Exactly.
Like if you're only going to say, hey, hi, like how do you respond to that?
Especially if you're giving us stuff to work with, then like, I think the girl should have been putting in more effort with you.
Yeah, I think they're just straight up copy and pasting and just blasting.
That's exactly
on.
what I was going to
probably.
say as well. They got, they
They've
got
got
like 5 or 6 lined up. Hey.
Oh yeah.
So to your credit, that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
They need to be more creative.
Yeah, but I've definitely seen that complaint. Like girls will say in their bios. I've seen it on Tinder when I was not on there anymore. But they'll say, "Don't open with hey. Come up with something more creative, whatever." And it's just kind of interesting. My experience on the dating apps, it's just hey. It's 90% hey. So anyways, so worst pickup line that you've ever gotten in person or online?
I think just like guys being hella creepy like really creepy and being just like, oh, I want to like come on your face or something. Like, and I don't know if like.
At least he's,
Can I say
you
that
know,
on here?
honest with his
that's
intentions.
fine. That's
Honest with his intentions.
Can I say
Sure.
that?
Like,
Sorry.
It's okay.
just or like I don't stuff like that. Like maybe they're trying to be funny, but it's really not. I don't really want to text you after you tell me something like that, and I don't even know who you are.
So that actually happened to you?
Yeah, or
Was
that
it-
like yeah that has happened to me, or like other things like that. Like, oh, just like show me your tits, like.
And was
don't
this
know.
on dating apps or?
Yeah, that was on like Tinder. I've had like guys DM me though and be like, what's it look like without the swimsuit?
Would you prefer that or hey?
Hey, for sure.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, so you don't like the overtly sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
I'm gonna get murdered or something.
But would you still be okay with a guy being direct, but it was respectful?
Yeah. If he was
Okay.
like, oh, whoa, you're really hot, like, tell me about your brain or something. Like, I don't know. Like, not like that, but like,
Tell me what's going through your mind.
you know, yeah. Like,
Okay, I like that. That's actually a good line. You're really hot. Tell me about your brain. Guys, try that out tonight. Let us know how it goes.
yeah.
Okay. What? Any other just ridiculous lines you've gotten?
I'm trying to think about like something somebody said on like DP or something.
For those who don't know, DP, that's short for Del Playa. That's like the
Yeah.
main party street here in Isla Vista.
Probably, I don't know. They're bad there, but I don't remember most of the things people say to me there. So
Okay. All right.
that's it.
Honestly, I think like not like the worst DMs that I've ever had, but I just get a lot of like DMs where people just send me my own posts. And they're like, ugh.
They reply with a fire emoji or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah, or like they'll get really graphic about it. They're like, you have no idea the things that I would do to you. And I'm like, why are you sending a picture of my fucking body? Like telling me the things, like let me post what I want to post. 1, 2, don't tell me what you want to do to my like body. I look at their Instagram profile. They've got like 4 followers and they're following like 3,000 people, 0 posts. And they're like, I'm going to do this, this, and this to you. I'm like, what? It's just kind of funny sometimes because they're like, oh my God, like you have no idea. I would do you so right. I don't want to know that. Like, I don't want to know that. Like, I'm okay with a hey. Sometimes I'm okay with a hey. I don't want to know in graphic detail what you're going to do to my body.
What's the ideal flirtatious first message to you?
Honestly, like, in my opinion, my ideal like flirtatious message is like making fun of me. I think that
in what way? In
like,
what way?
oh, how do I go like
Banter.
yeah, like banter, like
Okay.
like just kind of like, oh, I don't know how to explain it.
You just
but-
need the chat.
Exactly. Like I need someone to like go back and forth with, if that makes sense. Like if they comment something sexual, like I'm not gonna really respond, but they're like, if they comment. Yeah, exactly. Lula wants to get roasted. I do want to get roasted. I think that's funny. If someone roasted me in my DMs, I would 100% respond to that.
Like, what if he was like, "Hey, you got a 5 head"?
I
Something
would
like that.
say, yeah,
Yeah?
exactly.
Okay, worked.
I would say that because I know for a fact that I have a bigger forehead than most. So I think it's funny.
I wasn't thinking that, by the way.
Then why did it come to your mind?
That's the most
Okay.
common roast that I've heard.
No, but it's like simple things like that. Like if you say that to me in my DMs, I will 100% respond because I think that's funny. But if it's like, oh, I think you're so hot, like I want your boobs in between, I'm like my face in between your boobs. No, I don't. I would delete that. I just want to like be roasted. I think that's funny. But yeah. I don't
Posture
know.
check, Kara.